Hey there, and welcome to MTG Meow, Magic Enjoyed Other Ways.
Meow.
I'm Scott.
And I'm Abbey.
And today we will be drafting the Undertale Magic Set.
Ooh.
So we will be drafting it in Magic Set Editor, like we did before with the sealed event, because we haven't uploaded it to Plane Sculptors yet. And so we want to show you how you can draft your own sets in Magic Set Editor if it's something you'd like to do.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very easy. We just go to the Random tab over here. I said it's easy, but it's a little complicated, and we have our draft packs right here. As you can see, you can make your own custom packs with whatever lands, commons, and uncommons that you want. And what we do, since drafting on the computer is a little bit different than drafting in real life, where we're not going to get packs back because each pack is generated randomly. So we're not going to be like, oh, let's look at this pack, and oh, maybe we'll get back Flowey's Touch on the wheel or something. That's not going to happen. Every single pack is completely random. So to mitigate that randomness a little bit, we only have 9 commons, so that way we have a slightly less chance of getting like premium commons, last pick or second to last pick. And we also kind of vary up when the number of uncommons and rares or mythics per pack. So that way we have a few more shots at good rares or mythics or uncommons, or just kind of make them a little bit more random.
Right.
So, and then what we'll do basically is we'll look down here at the generated random pack, pick our card, put it over here in a different Magic Set Editor file, and then at the end, this file over here will be our draft pool. We'll build our deck and we'll go from there.
All right, sounds good.
So with no further ado, let's generate our first pack. Alright, so let's go ahead and see what our rare is. We got Decorate and Undecorate.
Oh!
So Decorate's pretty cool. You get to search your library for an aura or equipment card and put it onto the battlefield, attached to target creature, then shuffle your library. If that card has Ensoul, it loses Ensoul until end of turn. So Ensoul, as we saw before, is just the ability that makes a 1/1 and then attaches the equipment to it. So this kind of makes sure that this gets attached to the creature you want rather than creating a random 1/1. And Undecorate, basically a sideboard card to destroy all auras and equipment.
Nice.
So Decorate goes very well with, what was it? Temi Armor.
Ah, it does.
It's a great way to easily cast it, get it on a creature, but we don't have Temi Armor, so I'm not too excited about it. Let's take a look at what
we might get it.
We might. Let's take a look at what else we got. Caddy. Very nice if we can find a Bratty, since it's an insta-win combo. We have the Lab, decent fixing. Ugly Fish, very nice, and kind of doing a lot of cool combos, and in the mill deck. Let's take a look at our commons. We have Cell Phone Jetpack, it's fine. Keeping Vines is a sideboard card. Fight Spares, decent removal. Fish Receptionist, that's a pretty good combo with Ugly Fish, because you get to keep exiling your guy, bringing him back, and then with Fish Receptionist, you keep bouncing things. Flowey's Touch, decent removal. Kindness's Help is okay. Soul of Kindness is decent in the Pacifist deck. Soul of Perseverance, it's a good reward for being in the kind of Pacifist with black. Vulcan is whatever, and then we have our rare. So wow, this is a really hard first pick. I mean, what are you looking at here, Abby?
Let's see here. Honestly, I'm not sure. I probably would go for a rare pick here.
The Decorate or Undecorate?
Yeah, just because it's pretty interesting, and I mean, like, it's really great if you can get Temi Armor, like you said.
Yeah, but Temi Armor's
but
a
then
rare.
But then again, I mean, Temi Armor is kind of hard to get.
Yeah, so I'm not too interested in our rare right here because we have to kind of... I mean, if we can get some auras to, like, just attach to our opponent's creatures, that's fine, but paying 5 mana to do that, it's just, I'm not super excited about that. And if it's already in our hand, then it doesn't really do much. I think the pick is between Ugly Fish and Caddy.
Ah.
So, Caddy is, again, if we can get Bratty, that's great, we
Caddy.
win the game. Yeah, I mean, I would like to go Ugly Fish because there's a lot of cool little combos there, but, we haven't seen any of the 2-card insta-win combos yet, and we haven't seen a red-white deck yet either, so maybe we'll take this and just see what happens.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that.
And if those weren't here, I think either going with Fight Spare is a good removal spell, or going with Flowey's Touch would be probably the next pick. So, alright, let's move on to the next pick. It's a tough one to start off with. We have Sands!
Ooh!
Wow, alright, so Sands, 5 mana 1/1, but whenever combat damage is dealt to you, if Sands has no +1/+1 counters on it, destroy target attacking creature, then put 9 +1/+1 counters on Sands.
Yeah, I think I know what we're picking.
So that kind of shows how Sands is, innocuous at first, but then becomes crazy powerful later. So actually Sands kind of surprisingly goes well with our first pick, Caddy, because if we get Bratty is also, as we can see, dun-dun-dun, black and white. So those are the colors we want to be in if there's a Bratty. So Sands is looking pretty good. Let's take a look what else we got. We got New Home, good color fixing. The Lab, also whatever. Astigmatism's fine. Chaos Buster's good in the mill deck. Flex and Imitate's fine. Laugh Flirt is good in a white-red aggressive deck, so. Metaton's Performance, great in the black mill deck. Muffet Spiders, Sans' Judgment. We can have a Sans theme deck, Soul of Kindness, Tsundere Plane. I think, Sans is the pick here.
Sans is the obvious pick here.
So we can go kind of a Mardu mid-range deck here. Well, we'll see what happens. Let's go to pick 3. Alright, so we have Temmie Statue, very versatile. You can add a mana, gain a life, or create a colorless dog residue. So that's for things that have synergies with sacrificing artifacts or depending on artifacts. Another new home for mana fixing. Don't think we want to take mana fixing just yet. This isn't a super multicolor set. So,
right.
Little Bird is good in the aggressive deck. Snowman is good in friendship deck. Azrael's Ambition is good for blue. Perseverance's Help is, it's not bad. Drunk Bun's fine in aggressive. Lemon Bread is good in the red mill deck. Pyrope is good in the red aggressive deck. Vulcan's red aggressive. And we have Flex and Imitate. So,
I'd go with Little Bird.
Little Bird?
Yeah.
So, I think it's between Little Bird and Temmie Statue because we have a 7-drop and a 5-drop. So there isn't a ton of ramp outside of green in this set, and Temmie Statue would be a nice way to ramp.
But Little Bird gives another creature flying.
Right, and that's the thing, though, because we're not guaranteed to get a Bratty, but we do have, if we take Little Bird here, that does leave us an out to be kind of an aggressive white-red deck.
Right.
Or white-black deck. So that's something to keep in mind. So it's between Little Bird and Temmie Statue. Yeah, I think we'll take Little Bird because we just have already more synergies with it in the fact that if we're going to be white-red and potentially black, we're going to be aggressive.
Exactly. So. It's already in a color that
I just hope we don't regret taking this because there's some really sweet combos with it. So, all right, what do we got here? For our uncommon, we got The Ruins. Not for us. Politics Bear is fine. Sans' Judgment's nice.
That's great.
Good removal. Hand Receptionist. Snowdrake is fine. Bravery's Help is meh. Mold Big. I always want to say Moldy Big, but it's Mold Big is good if you're green. Cooldown Heat Up is whatever. Join Refuse is okay. Heart Locket's Pacifist. So there's a bunch of Pacifist cards like Politics Bear and Snowdrake for Mill. I think our only pick here is really Sans' Judgment.
I would agree with that.
It's not very good against Pacifist decks because they're not going to put creatures into your graveyard, but against pretty much any other deck, Mill or Aggressive or Genocide, it's going to be pretty good. So I guess we'll go ahead and take that. All right, moving on to the next pack. Let's see what we get. We have another Little Bird.
Yay!
Nice. Lauren, Clam Guy, Integrity's Help, good in the Mill deck as we saw. Washua, Alphys's Mistake, Sexy Wiggle.
Oh, Sexy Wiggle.
The Locket to give Genocide, and Patience's Help. I think the pick here is Little Bird.
Absolutely.
For sure.
You can never have too many Little Birds.
Yeah, Little Bird is great because, there's not a ton of flying and reach in this set, so Little Bird just basically makes the guys unblockable in the air. There's really nothing else here that even comes close for us. So we're going to go ahead and start making our next packs. We have to rename them every time because Magic Set Editor is weird, but whatever. All right, next pick, we have another Sans Judgment.
Ooh.
Whimsalot. Whimsalot is also very good, something to keep in mind. Hand Receptionist, Night Knight, Minoton's Performance, Napstablook Snails, Perseverance's Help, and Boo Applauds. So we have a lot of black with Perseverance's Help, Napstablook Snails, Minoton's Performance, and Night Knight, but we also have Sans Judgment and Whimsalot. We're not 100% sure what we're really doing yet, though. It looks like we're going to be white, and we might either splash red or splash black or splash
depending
both.
on what we get.
So I don't know if I want to take a black card here when we have 2 good white cards to choose from. So Whimsalot, just as a 2/4 flyer for 4 is pretty good. And then when he enters battlefield, Determination. So that's not bad. Sans' Judgment, though, is also very good removal. But the only problem is, again, if we're facing a Pacifist deck, not going to do much. And in the early game, until we get a creature in the graveyard, it doesn't really do much. It just taps the creature.
Right.
So maybe we want to take a Whimsalot here?
Yeah, maybe we want just one Sans' Judgment is enough,
Yeah. Because if we're trying to be aggressive, we need to curve out. And, Whimsalot is pretty good at 4. So I think we'll go ahead and take that here. We might regret that later because there's not a ton of great removal in white. And Sans' Judgment is one of the better ones. But when in doubt, I just want to go for the beater in the air. So
good call.
All right, so we'll go to the next pick. Let's go ahead. We have Integrity's Help, sure. Snowdrake, sure. Asgore's Rage, decent pump and Determination. Spear of Justice.
That's really good.
4 damage, divided as you choose. Tsundere Plane, also good. Frogget and Hope or Dream. So this is between Tsundere Plane and Spear of Justice for me. What do you think, Abby?
I would pick Spear of Justice. I mean, we already have a lot of flyers.
That is true. We do. We have 1, 2, 3 flyers, and these give flying to other things, so I mean, 5 mana for a 2/2, that's a little expensive.
Yeah, but it does tap another creature, but I mean, at the same time, I think that we could use more removal.
Yeah, and if we're getting in the air with all our creatures, then we don't really care.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think just having, since we passed up the Sansa's Judgment last pick, I think taking Spear of Justice here is good. And Spear of Justice also doubles as a way to just kill your opponent out of nowhere if they're at 4 or less life.
Yeah,
so.
exactly.
Alright, let's try here. We have Training Dummy, not for our deck. Echo Flower, Ice Wolf is good in the kind of tempo-y deck. Aaron is fine. Cooldown, Heat Up, and Hope or Dream. So we could take Hope for the sideboard.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really much in this pack for us, and I would say if we're going to go with anything, it probably would be Hope.
It's basically we either take Hope for the sideboard, or we take Ice Wolf as a speculative to go into white-blue tempo, or Aaron as a speculative to go into white-green aggro.
As much as I love Aaron, I don't think he's really doing anything for us here, so...
I think we just have more powerful options in the other colors right now, so we'll just take the sideboard card. So, not too tough of a decision there, but, you know, some stuff to always keep in mind. So let's go to our only 5 cards left in the pack. Echo Flower Explainer, Gaster's Touch, Kindness's Help, Vegetoid, and Naps the Blook's House. I think this is easy Naps the Blook's House. Just as a way to help us get all our colors. If we're going to be playing red for Caddy and Spear of Justice, or black for Sands, this is a good way for us to just get whatever color we need.
Exactly.
Alright, getting down to the dregs here.
Oh, no.
Down to 4 commons. What do we get? We have Azrael's Ambition, Memory Head.
That's pretty good.
Fine. Papyrus's Passion, also fine.
Yeah.
And Flex Imitate, also fine.
Yes.
So we have 3 kind of medium cards to pick here. We have a 5-drop that can become a 5/5 and now says Genocide, Papyrus's Passion. We don't currently have a way to sacrifice creatures, so Papyrus's Passion might not be at its best in like a red-white deck as it would in like a red-black deck. And Flex Imitate, if we're only casting the Flex side, I'm not that interested in it. So I think Memory Head might be the pick here. It also works really well with Little Bird. Get in the air for as a 3/3, then pump it up to a 5/5 in the air. That seems pretty good to me, you know?
I agree.
I mean, it is a little expensive at 5, but I think it's going to be better than our other options here. So, all right, let's get down to 3 cards left in the pack. What do we get? We get Ice Wolf, Asgore's Rage, and Find a Friend. I think that's an easy Asgore's Rage.
Absolutely.
It can be just 3 damage or more out of nowhere if you have the mana to crack the Determination right away. And even if you don't, it still sticks around for later to mess with your opponent's blocks. So that's what we want to do. Stigmatism and Regal. Just take a Stigmatism.
Absolutely. Stigmatism right there.
And our last pick is going to be...
What are we going to get?
Drum roll, please, Abbey. Gift Trot.
Hey.
Gift Trot's not bad if we go green. I don't think we'll go green, but, you know, there's always a chance.
It's cute.
It is very cute, and it's very dangerous as well. So, let's go ahead and reset these things. And let's take a look at what we have so far in our pool. So we're actually looking quite aggressive. So it's kind of unusual for this set. I figured we'd draft Pacifist or Mill or Genocide or some other stuff. But no, we're just going good old-fashioned white-red beatdown.
Yeah, I mean, that's one, you know, I gotta be honest, that's one thing we really haven't seen is we haven't had a good old-fashioned beatdown. We've been playing with sort of the side, you know, methods of winning.
Yeah.
And I'd like to see some good old-fashioned magic.
That is true. I mean, we saw the Determination deck, which is about as close as we got so far, but just, you know, looking at just going straight to the face, white-red stuff should be interesting. Some cards that we might want to keep an eye out for in the next pack would be, those would be great, but Greater Dog is a common. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, it gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Very aggressive. One of the most aggressive 2-drops in the set, so something to keep in mind that we want to look out for. So we're solidly white, pretty solidly red, and we have basically Sands is what's bringing us to black. So we'll have to see what pack 2 brings us. All right. What do we get for our rare? Empty Gun. Not what we want. So whenever a equipped creature deals damage to an opponent, create a white friendship enchantment token. So it's not really what we're looking for here. Really. We have Naps the Blook, who's good. He's kind of a payoff for being the white-red colors. Whenever he becomes tapped, you may have target creature get -1/-1 until end of turn. So either he becomes tapped via his own house, can tap Naps the Blook with his house, and then give a creature -1/-1, or with Pacifist, or whenever he attacks. So that might be pretty good.
Well, we've also got Temmie Statue.
Let's see what else we got. Cheer and Insult. Cheer makes 3/1/1s. That's not bad. Temmie Statue's also good, but, you know, it looked like at the beginning we were going to be kind of higher curve with like Sands and Caddy, but now we have these little birds and Whimsalot and I mean Memory Head and stuff. It's like 4 and 5, but I don't know if we're gonna need Temmie Statue so much.
Yeah, so I think the obvious pick here would be Naps the Blook then.
We haven't looked at the commons yet though. We have Frisk's Love, Gift Bear, another Whimsalot, Integrity's Help, Diamond Boys, Soulless, Pyrope, Soul of Bravery, Sexy Wiggle. So I mean, Napstablook is good, but that does put us more solidly into 3 colors.
That's okay.
That's okay? Because we are passing up like Frisk's Love and Whimsalot, which are good, and Pyrope, which is also good.
But Napstablook works even better?
Yeah, the only thing is I don't think they're as good as Napstablook would be if we can get into 3 colors solidly. So I'm willing to take a bit of a risk to find mana fixing in order to get the more powerful card.
And I'm sure Napstablook would be appreciative.
Alright, so what's our rare here? Heat's Flamesman!
Hey!
So 3 mana, 1/3. When he enters the battlefield, exile the top 3 cards of your library face down, so you don't get to see them. And then 1 red, tap it, name a card, reveal a card exiled with Heat Flamesman at random. If it's the named card, you may play that card without paying its mana cost. So it seems like it could be very powerful just by looking at it, but the thing is...
It's a gambling card.
Yeah, it might take like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guesses before you even get anything from him. So, if there's nothing else in the pack, we might take it, but let's see what else we have. Inject Determination is not for us. Undyne's House is nice, but since we're playing 3 colors, I don't think we can afford to play just a generic land.
Yeah.
We have Big Mouth, good in the red mill deck, probably not for us. Echo Flower Explainer. Flex Imitate, Flowey's Touch, Memorial Statue is a decent sideboard card, but I don't want to take it right now. Napstablook Snails. Oh, we can make the Napstablook theme deck with Napstablook, his house, and his snails.
Good.
Regal, Soul of Integrity, and Tsundere Plane. So this pick is probably between Heat's Flamesman, Tsundere Plane, and Flex Imitate. Probably, I think Tsundere Plane's probably the best one here.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I mean, as much as I want a Napstablook theme deck, and as much as I like the gambling aspect of Heat's Flamesman, I mean, we want to play to win.
Yeah, I think for sure. I mean, yeah, this is a fun card, but I don't think we have enough payoffs in our deck for it.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Let's go ahead and try the next pick. So for uncommons, we have Snowden Fawn, not really for us, and Dogaressa.
Ooh,
So
Dogaressa.
Another 2-card kill combo if you have Dogami, which we don't. We're still on the lookout for, of course, Bratty at any point. Heart Locket's not for us. Another Little Bird. Wow.
Dang.
Snowman, Chaos Buster, Shiren, Snowdrake, Char's Touch, Elder Puzzler, and Aaron. So Elder Puzzler is good as just a 2-mana, 2/1 that can scry 1 or more, you know? We already have 2 Little Birds.
Hey, what's 3, you know?
That's what I'm thinking,
because,
though.
like, if you take Little Bird, if you have them all out, that's 6 creatures with flying,
That
potentially.
Yeah, and if this guy gets blocked so easily on the ground, like, if our opponent plays Snowden Fawn, what are we gonna... He's never getting in again.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think I'd rather have this one that just helps us get more evasion in the air. It's a little bit weaker by itself, but combined with... If we can get just a few other good guys, I think we'll be in good shape.
Yeah.
Alright, next pick, we have Snowman, But It Refused, Hand Receptionist, Remove Soul, Metatron's Performance, good removal spell, Napstablook Snails, another Memory Head, Sexy Wiggle, Flex Imitate, and Temmie Statue. We have a lot of Temmie statues.
Yeah, what is with that?
But we haven't even seen a lot of synergies to go with it, so we're not, it's not like we're really missing out on having not drafted 3 Temmie statues.
That's true.
So what I'm looking at here... so what do we have for black again? We have Sands and we have Napstablook. And those are Sands is good at basically any point in the game. Napstablook, we want him early, but he's still a decent blocker at any point. He can be turned into a removal spell later.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering how deep we want to go into 3 colors, because Memory Head is okay, but is it better than like a good removal spell?
I think we should go for a removal spell at this point, because I mean, like, we've been picking a lot of creatures.
We have? I mean, how many creatures do we have? I mean, we have Napstablook, Sands, Whimsalot. We're not playing these probably. We might play this. I mean, we don't have that many creatures, honestly. I mean, what's Little Bird going to be bringing into the air?
Everything.
Everything?
Little Bird Army.
Well, let's see here. What do we have for removal spells? We have Sands Judgment, and we have Spear of Justice. We also have Napstablook, kind of. So we have 2 removal spells?
Yeah, so I think maybe Metatron's Performance would be a good pick here. I mean, especially if we're already going to be going black for Sands.
So Metatron's Performance. That does give us... It also mills X on our opponent, and lets us have the out to win via Genocide.
Exactly.
So this is a tough pick, because not only are we missing out on another decent creature, but we're also putting ourselves more into our third color. But Memory Head is so replaceable, I think we'll just go ahead and take the good removal spell.
Exactly. It's what we need.
Because basically any white or red creature is going to work as well as Memory Head, so, alright. I don't feel too great about that pick, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's fine.
Alright, you have Scarf Mouse, don't really want that. Snowman, don't want that. Toriel's Touch is okay if we're going to be like flying in the air with all of our little birds. We can put our opponent's creature on the ground so that way they can't attack us, and we can also put it on the bottom of their library eventually. Echo Flower Explainer, Jerry, Spear of Justice, Frogget, Soul Container, and Mousehole. Wow, this is a tough pick because I don't think we're taking the white card or the black card.
Yeah.
The red card seems fantastic, but there's also Soul Container and Mousehole, which are both excellent.
Yeah, I mean, Soul
fixing.
Container, I would want that just for fixing, you know?
Yeah, the thing is, I mean, I would be tempted to take the Spear of Justice, but last pick we just took Metaton's Performance, so I think that these are kind of similar in that respect. So
we haven't taken any fixing.
Yeah, so I think it's either Mousehole or Soul Container. I think we're going to go with Mousehole first, just because it's basically free to play in the deck. It just takes up a land slot as opposed to Soul Container, which takes up...
costs you one and a tap, so yeah.
Well, it costs you a card in your deck, basically. So we'll take Mousehole since it'll just cost us a land, and we'll go from there. Alright, so let's get down to 8 cards left in the pack. See what we get. Dun dun dun. We get Glamburger, good in the kind of red mill deck, maybe not for us. And a bunch of green cards. Wow. Jeez. Okay.
Why so many green?
Got Cooldown and Heat Up.
Why it gotta be green?
Encourage and Criticize. There is nothing here for us. Wow. This is just a garbage pack for us. I guess we can take Heat Up out of this for the sideboard in case our opponent has an artifact. It's either that or we take Criticize as a terrible removal spell, but I think I'd rather have...
I think Heat Up is much better than that.
Yeah.
It's a good sideboard.
I wouldn't say much better, but I think it's a little bit better. So now that combined with Hope, we have 2 different sideboard cards against enchantments, artifacts. So, all right, we have Necrat Jester. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Can tap down things. Integrity's Help, Remove Soul, Alphys' Mistake, Metaton's Performance, Boo Applaud, and Flex and Imitate. So again, not too interested in Flex Imitate. We already have a Metaton's Performance. I think Necrat Jester is the pick here, honestly.
Yeah, I think it's great. It's a 2-drop and you can tap stuff down.
Yeah, it can get in for beats if it wants. It can just basically be a removal spell for our opponent's currently best creature on board, so seems good to me. Alright, let's go to the next pick. Cell Phone Jetpack. Ooh, Memory Head.
Alright.
Vulcan, though. Vulcan is a 1-drop. Find a Friend. Laugh and Flirt. Ooh. And Mousehole. Wow, this is a really tough pick. I was excited to see just Memory Head, but then Vulcan's good as just a 1-drop to get a damage.
Yeah, it's good for just getting for beats.
And we also have Laugh and Flirt, though. I mean, this is not a card that you want often in this set, but in a dedicated white-red kind of beatdown deck, this is not bad. It turns, if we have 3 little birds out, instead of hitting for 3 in the air, suddenly we're hitting for 9 in the air with Laugh. Or if we need to get rid of our opponent's blockers, then Flirt takes care of that. And there's Mousehole, which is also fantastic. So, but I think we have 2 fixings right now.
Yeah, I would say you have 2 fixings right now, so I honestly would go for the Laugh Flirt card.
Yeah, Laugh. I think it's between Laugh Flirt and Memory Head. But Memory Head is so replaceable, and there's not a lot of team pump in this set, so I think we're going to take the Laugh and Flirt, just to see what it's like.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever played a deck in this set with Laugh and Flirt in it, so I'm very excited to see what it's like. Alright, next up we have Clam Guy, Hand Receptionist, Integrity's Help, Drunk Bun, and Aaron. So we'll be taking Drunk Bun here. It's the only card for our deck. Let's go to only 4 cards left in the pack. Justice's Help gains life. It's kind of whatever. Snowman, Soul of Perseverance, and Soulless. Not a lot of stuff here. I mean, I guess we can just take Justice's Help as a sideboard card if our opponent's aggressive.
I was thinking Snowman as a blocker, to be honest.
Snowman as a blocker? Really? But it costs 4 is the thing. There's also Soul of Perseverance, which can let us put a creature card with power X or less, where X is the number of friendships we have. So it would automatically let us get a creature with power 1.
That's true.
Which
I mean,
could bring back a little bird.
We haven't tried.
Or Sands.
Yeah, we haven't tried using a soul card yet, so I think it might be good to put one in the deck.
Yeah, we'll just take it, see where it goes. I mean, we're not going to probably play any of those there, so just as a fun little thing, see what happens. What else we got? Toriel's Touch, wow. Attack Mercy, wow. And Patience's Help, wow. So any of these would be a great third to last pick here. So
I think it's an easy Attack Mercy, though.
So what do you think Attack Mercy over Toriel's Touch?
Because, I mean, it just straight up gets rid of the creature instead of just, you know, tiptoeing around. Tiptoeing around and putting it back in their deck, and maybe they shuffle, maybe they get it back. Like, it straight up just gets rid of that stuff.
Yeah, I think
It's expensive, I'll give it that, but it does what you want it to do.
I think you're right. And in a deck where we're both white and black, we can take advantage of both sides of this. I mean,
Exactly.
these two sides might seem very similar, exiling and destroying, but in this set they're quite different. Because if you're white, it's usually going to be better to exile the creature just to get rid of it permanently. But if we can afford to destroy them, then that'll turn on our genocide to potentially get more creatures in the graveyard. So, and we can, as a hopefully black-white deck, we can take advantage of both of those sides. So, it should be interesting. All right, second to last pick, we get Integrity's Help or Mygosp.
Mygosp.
Sure,
Oh, Mygosp.
we'll take Mygosp. And what's our last pick, Abby? Can you give your trademark drumroll, please?
Brrr.
Hope Dream.
Hey,
Okay, it's a
something we can
sideboard.
use. Hey.
All right, cool. So let me reset these things here. And Abby, what do you think about where we are right now?
So I think it looks like we still have we were evening out a little bit between creatures and spells. I think, which is good. We're getting a lot more into black, which is also
We are.
good.
We can pick up. I mean, technically, we have Sans, Napstablook, and Metaton's Performance. So
Right.
I don't know if I feel comfortable playing solid three colors with just these two as our fixing.
Well, then we should look for more fixing.
Right, we're either going to have, in this third pack, we're either going to need to pick up more fixing or just go more dedicated white-red and then maybe just splash Sans or something like
Okay,
that.
well, let's see what we get in the next pack.
All right, let's see what pack 3, pick 1 has for us. We get a Toy Knife.
Hey.
Crypt creature gets +1/+0 and has whenever this creature becomes tapped, target player mills equal to its power. Not for us.
Yeah.
There's also Onion Song.
Hey.
Great blocker, not really for us. Punk Hamster was an all-star in the mill, not for us. And a Rabbit Kid, when he enters the battlefield, create 2 1/1 white human tokens. I mean, that's not the worst, but I don't think we have a bunch of synergies with that. I mean, the only synergy we really have is Laugh and Flirt to kind of make more of an army.
Yeah.
Let's see what else this pack
What
has,
else
though.
we got?
We have Boo and Applaud. We have Everyman, Hope, and now whatever. Night, Magic, Mold Big, Oni, whenever he comes tapped, deals 1 damage to a player. Soul of Bravery, Soul of Kindness, and that's it. Wow, this is kind of a stinker of a pack. So
I think Magic and Oni are looking good.
yeah, I was going to say Magic is good, especially if we can pick up some Papyrus's Passion, gain control of our opponent's creatures.
Yeah.
Night is also good, but are they better than Rabbit Kid for making... Because it's like, if we have Magic, we want Rabbit Kid, to have a bunch of things to sacrifice. And it's not like we have a ton of things to sacrifice here currently.
That's true. I mean, we really don't have anything that creates tokens or...
I mean, all of our things are just kind of creatures on their own, so I'm not sure how good Magic would be here. And Night as a 6-drop is kind of expensive.
Yeah, for a 3/2, I mean, granted, you get to destroy a tapped creature, but it's still pretty expensive.
So but you're right in that it's definitely between Night, Magic, and Rabbit Kid.
What about Oni?
Oh, then Oni, you're right, Oni. So, I mean, yeah, I think Oni might be the pick here.
Oni's very good.
As a 2-drop, he basically attacks as a 2/2, and then we can tap him later in the game with Napstablook's House just to deal 1 damage to our opponent.
Exactly.
So, yeah, thank you for picking up on that. I think we'll take Oni here.
Yeah, no problem. We don't want to neglect the Oni, man.
It's not the most exciting first pick, but sometimes you got to pick the Oni.
Yeah.
All right, so here we have Burger Pants.
Hey!
At the beginning of your upkeep, return Burger Pants from your graveyard to your hand. Oh, man. So as we were saying that we had nothing to sacrifice, suddenly we pick up one of the best creatures to sacrifice in the whole set.
Well, I guess we're taking that.
I guess. Let's take a look at what else we have. We have Cheer and Insult again. Real Knife. So you can equip it by sacrificing a friendship to give +4/+0 to a creature. That works pretty well with our Soul of Perseverance. It creates a friendship. I don't think that it's going to be reliable enough.
Yeah, we need more ways to do friendships if we're going to do that.
Gift Bear, Training Dummy, Whimsin, Clam Guy, Echo Flower, Glamburger, Soul of Bravery. Yeah, there's just nothing else here except
Burger Pants.
So we'll take Burger Pants.
Awesome.
Man, this deck is one Bratty away from being solid 3-color, just disgustingness.
Yeah.
So, but
another Doggeressa.
We got another Doggeressa. Sigh. Killer Be Killed, though. That's pretty good. It works as a good removal spell in the early game and just finishes our opponent in the late game.
Yeah.
Soul of Patience is whatever. Lauren, Snowman, Ice Cap, Luke's is fine. Undyne's Touch. So Undyne's Touch when it enters the battlefield, Determination and Enchanted Creature attacks each turn if able. That's a good combo with Sands, because when Sands is out, our opponent's probably not going to attack because of, his bonus here.
Yeah.
However, if we have an Undyne's Touch on a creature, we can force them to attack. So
yes, that might be worth taking.
That might be worth it, you're right. So we also have Soul of Kindness, Spider Bake Sale. So it's between Kill and Be Killed and Undyne's Touch.
Yeah, we've got plenty of removal. Let's try the touch.
Yeah, I think you're right. We do have a lot of removal between, we have Nakarat Jester, Sands' Judgment, Metaton's Performance, Spear of Justice. So yeah, I think Undyne's Touch, it's like pseudo-removal because it will make the creature attack each turn, so that way they're going to be tapped and can't block. Determinations as well. And it has the combo with Sands. So yeah, let's go ahead and try it over the more generically good Kill or Be Killed.
Mm-hmm.
So, interesting pick there. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get a Bratty this draft, but
bummer.
Whatever. Alright, so next pick we have Alphys's Mistake, Everyman, Night, Vulnerable Moment.
That's a good one.
Bravery's Help, Flowey's Touch, Kindness's Help, Sexy Wiggle, Memorial Statue, and Temmie Village. Wow.
Take the Tem Village.
This is tough, because Vulnerable Moment's good removal, but Temmie Village we need fixing if we're going to be 3 colors, and we already took... where is he? Burger Pants, so it puts us even more into black.
Yeah, so I would go with Temmie Village because
why?
We do have a lot of removal already, and Vulnerable Moment, it's only decent for a certain amount of creatures.
That's true.
So I would definitely take Temmie Village to need that fixing on.
We do need the fixing, so it doesn't fix for black, but fixing for our main colors is just as good. All right, we have Frisk's Love, Snowman, Temmie. Temmie's very good. Temmie is good in that there's a couple of pacifist creatures that are planted in order to be obviously good in the pacifist deck, but they're also good in more just, generic decks or aggressive decks. And Temmie is one of them because she's just a 3-mana 2/2 that makes a 1/1 when she comes into play. You can just ignore this pacifist text if you want. But that pacifist also works very well with something like Napstablook. Whenever he becomes tapped, we can do this. Or Oni, whenever he becomes tapped, we can do this. So Temmie's kind of like the glue that would bring all of our deck together.
Ooh.
Azrael's Ambition, Snowdrake, Diamond Boys, Scared Donut Guy. Yeah, there's just nothing else for us here besides Temmie. Temmie's just perfect, so we'll take that. All right, getting down to the last picks here, 8th to last pick. Let's see what we get.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Diamond Receptionist, so it blinks pretty much any permanent that we control. Politics Bear, Soulless, Vulnerable Moment, Big Mouth, Final Frogget, Mold Big, and Muffet Spider. So it's between Diamond Receptionist and Vulnerable Moment for removal. Is there anything that has good enters the battlefield abilities in our deck that we can abuse with Diamond Receptionist? We have Temmie, that's kind of meh. Whimsalot's kind of meh. Probably not playing Astigmatism.
Yeah.
Drunk Buns, it's fine.
Yeah, it's not...
There's just not a ton. I mean, we can blink Undyne's Touch. Yeah.
You can also blink stuff that might have an annoying aura or something on it.
That's true. But I don't think that's going to be better than a good removal spell. So I think we'll just take Vulnerable Moment here. So let's take Vulnerable Moment, move on to the next pick. I would love, in these last few picks, to pick up another dual land or something. That would be fantastic. Gift Bear, Hand Receptionist, Perseverance Help, Scared Donut Guy, Soulless, Creeping Vine, and Muffet Spiders. The only thing we'd probably play is Perseverance's Help.
Yeah.
So I don't even know if we will play it. Because we want to stay, if we're going to be, again, super light on fixing, we're going to want the Black Splash to be as small as possible. Alright, Soul of Justice, Echo Flower Explainer, Alphys's Mistake, Reaper Bird, Soul of Bravery, and Encourage Criticize. So none of these are really for us. Alphys's Mistake is okay. Like if we play Perseverance's Help, it makes the 1/1. We can sack that.
Right.
Or if we just have creatures that aren't doing much. Oh, if we have Burger Pants, then we can sacrifice that to Alphys's Mistake.
Hey, that's a good call. So it might be worth taking that.
Yeah, it's the only card that I think we play here. So, alright, getting down to dregs. Come on, my fingers are crossed for dual land. Any one of our colors. Just any of them. And we get Nakarat Jester, sure. Snowman, Glamburger, Flowey's Touch. We've seen a lot of Flex Imitates.
Yeah.
It's like the 5th one, 4th one.
Yeah, maybe even 6th for all I know.
Well, we're taking Nakarat Jester here. Nakarat Jester's just good. Alright, 4th to last pick. What do we get?
Dual land?
Jerry, Gift Trot, Kindness's Help, Memorial Statue. So this is between Jerry and Memorial Statue for the sideboard against Mill. I mean, we only have these 2 lands that fix for black. I don't know if I want to go that deep for a creature that's not even that great. Although Jerry kind of makes up for that pick when we passed over Memory Head to have something good with Little Bird, because Jerry in the air hits hard.
Yeah.
You know?
He punches you in the face.
Whereas Memorial Statue is strictly a sideboard card against Mill. I think we'll just take Jerry just in
Jerry's
case.
Good.
I feel bad, and if we play Mill, I'm gonna feel even worse. But
we're not gonna play Mill.
We'll see what happens. Ice Cap, Snowdrake's Mother, and Papyrus's Passion.
Yes.
So, yeah, we didn't take the magic, so we don't have a way to sacrifice creatures currently. Yeah, I don't see a way to sacrifice our own creatures. So Papyrus's Passion is okay. Snowdrake's Mother, though, man, she beats hard. But she's also 6 mana. Oh, this is a tough one. We don't currently have anything in our deck that costs...
Yeah, but Snowdrake's Mother, you have to think about it like, is if you have a little bird out, you don't have to pay for flying.
But it's just a 4/4, paying 6 mana for
that's
just a
true.
4/4.
Alright.
But then again, it's like Papyrus's Passion, pay 4 mana to just gain control of a creature for a turn. I mean, maybe that's what we'll need to win the game at some point, but I'd feel a lot better taking Papyrus's Passion if we had a sacrifice outlet. I mean, we do have Alphys's Mistake. That's a potential sacrifice outlet, maybe? Yeah, I think we'll take this, Papyrus's Passion, just because we're already probably hopefully not gonna run Jerry, but Jerry I think is gonna be better than Snowdrake's Mother because it costs less. So, and our deck already wants to play not a ton of lands. So.
Right.
All right, we're down to 2 picks here. What do we get? Diamond Receptionist and Scarf Mouse. Guess we'll take the Receptionist.
Hey.
And last pick. Come on, please be a dual land. All right, Abby, drum roll.
Hey. That's not a bad.
It's not bad. It's not bad. All right, so we didn't really get there on the fixing. So let's take a look at our pool. So currently we have 39 cards, minus 3. So that gives us 36 cards, and we got to whittle this down to 23. So let's go ahead and take a look at cards that we're definitely not going to play. We're not going to play any of these green cards. Caddy. I mean, don't get me wrong. Caddy is good, but she does cost 7 mana.
Yeah, but she's instant 3 damage.
She is instant 3 damage. So if the games go long, she's good.
Yeah.
All right, we'll keep her in for now. Napstablook is... I'm very happy we have Napstablook, especially now that we have Temmie, so we'll do that. Attack Mercy's good. We want this for the sideboard. Hope Dream is also sideboard. Laugh Flirt, I guess we can keep those in for now. Alright, so let's take a look. Diamond Receptionist, I don't think we want that in the main deck.
Alright, we had 2 of those, didn't we?
Nope, just 1. We passed over 1 for another pick.
Oh, okay.
So Little Birds, I guess we'll keep the Little Birds. Nacret, just we have 3 of these? Wow, okay. Sansa's Judgment's good, Temmie's good, Whimslot's good, so I don't think we're going to be playing Astigmatism, the double black. This is not going to happen.
Yeah.
We'll keep Jerry for now. Meditan's Performance, sure. Perseverance's help, we'll keep it for now. Soul Perseverance, though, sorry. Vulnerable Moment, Asgore's Rage, Drunk Bun, Memory Head, Oni, Papyrus's Passion, Spear of Justice, Tsundere Plane, and Undyne's Touch. Alright, so this brings us to 31 minus 3 is 28. So we have to make 5 cuts? I think we
can start by cutting a Nakarat Jester, to be honest.
Nakarat Jester's so good. Taps down our opponent's stuff.
It's good, but like, do you really want to pay 3 to tap 3 creatures?
Well, let's look at our creatures here for a second. I mean, we have a 1/1, a 1/4, a 3/1, a 2/2, a 1. We don't really. I mean, for an aggressive deck, we don't really have a ton of like beefy dudes.
That's true. We don't have any beefy dudes except Sands.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Maybe we want these Nakarat Jesters so that way we can constantly be tapping down our opponent's stuff, make sure that our 2/2s, 3/3s, and whatever can get in for damage.
That's not a bad idea.
Because we're not going to be able to... If our opponent plays a 2/4, what are we going to do? We're kind of in trouble.
That's true.
I mean, we can't hit it in the air, but I don't know. Alright, so I think I want to cut down on the black a little bit because we only have these 3 for fixing, and one of them doesn't even fix for black. So we got to cut down the black a little bit. So I think we're going to get rid of Perseverance's help. It's just not that great. Metatons Performance. How many genocide creatures do we have? I think we only have 2. Yeah, we only have Jerry and Memory Head. So Metatons Performance. And Alphys's Mistake. The only creature we want to sacrifice is Burger Pants or our opponent's creature if we get it with Papyrus's Passion. So I don't know if that's enough to have Alphys's Mistake. Are there any other token makers in the set? No, these all make determinations, and well, that one makes a 1/1 white human, which isn't bad.
Yeah, and you cut the other card that would make a human.
I just don't know if we want... I mean, we already have Sansa Judgment, 3 Nakarat Jesters. We also have Spear of Justice and Undyne's Touch and Attack and Mercy all as removal spells. I just don't think we want this one.
Yeah, that's fine.
I just don't see us... I see us as having, like, Memory Head out, Oni out, and Tsundere Plane. We just don't want to sacrifice any of them for Alphys's Mistakes. So I think we'll keep bringing it in if we need to, though.
It's a good sideboard.
So we're still at 29 minus 3. That's 26. So we still need to cut 3 cards. I like these 3 because Jerry gives us a big guy that can hit in the air with our little birds. I like this as a removal spell that also works okay with our Genocide if we go to the late game. And Vulnerable Moment's a good removal spell in the early game, and it's very good against opponents that are playing Pacifist or Mill.
Right.
So what do you think we should get rid of next, Abby?
Well, what does Drunk Bun do again?
Drunk Bun says when it enters the battlefield, target creature can't block this turn.
Does that really matter if we have flyers?
It doesn't, but I'm kind of hesitant to cut any creatures at this point because we don't have... How many creatures do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17? 17's right about where I want to be for an aggressive deck.
So how about, do we really need Asgore's Rage?
Asgore's Rage, that is a good question. I like it because it's very aggressive. It can get in for just 3 damage out of nowhere, and then we get the Determination. But we already have the Determination from Whimsalot and Undyne's Touch.
Yeah,
so
I feel like it just doesn't fit.
Yeah,
so.
we can get rid of that one. Let's see, Papyrus's Passion, now that we got rid of Alphys's Mistake, I just don't know if we want it. Because we're going to be tapping down our opponent's creatures with Nakaret Jester, Undyne's Touch, and Cinderplane. I don't think we're going to really care about stealing them.
Sure.
You know? And we have no way to sacrifice them, so we'll get rid of that one as well.
Okay, so one more.
One more cut. So I like our little birds. I like Nakaret Jester. 3 of each might be too much, but
so cut a
I think that's how we're gonna win, though. Honestly, so Sans Judgment. Maybe Sans Judgment.
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, our opponent's gonna have to kill our creatures at some point, either through blocking or removal spells. So Whimsalot, Jerry, Performance, Drunk Bond, Memory Head, Oni, Spear of Justice, Tuner Plane, Undyne's Touch, and I like the combo with Undyne's Touch and Sans. Maybe it's a Laugh Flirt, but that seems so good as a finisher, especially when we have like these 1/1s and 1/2s that can suddenly turn into like 3/4s and 3/3s in the air.
Right.
So.
Well, here's a question: do we have too much removal?
Do we have too much? Can we get rid of a Sans' Judgment? Well, what are you thinking to get rid of?
I think I would get rid of maybe. This is a tough choice.
So maybe Vulnerable Moment?
Yeah, I think I would get rid of Vulnerable Moment, actually, because, like, it's a sorcery, too. Like, it's not instant, and it's only for power 2 or less. Chances are your opponent's going to have creatures that are greater than power 2.
I think you're right in that maybe we could cut a removal spell, because we have 3 Nakarets, we have the Sans' Judgment, the Vulnerable Moment, blah, blah, blah. And I think cutting a black one is probably good because we don't have a ton of black fixing.
Right, it takes a little pressure off.
So it's either going to be Vulnerable Moment or Metaton's Performance.
I'd go with Vulnerable Moment.
Vulnerable Moment.
Because you just get so much.
You're right. I think we'll get rid of Vulnerable Moment because Vulnerable Moment is great against Pacifist and some Mill opponents, but it's not very good against an opponent who's like going Genocide or Determination or Aggro.
Right.
So we can just put it in the sideboard and we'll bring it in maybe instead of Metaton's Performance if the matchup calls for it.
Exactly.
Whew.
There you go.
All right, so that was a tough draft, but here we are. We're at 26 minus 3 lands. So this is the deck that I will be playing in the draft games. And what Abby and I will do next is we will do another draft that you guys won't see, and she will play that deck. And what we'll do is we'll smash the decks against each other, and we'll see what happens.
Let's do it.
Should be interesting.